So can we, well then, at this point, since she's in the executive meeting, can we make it an item for next week's agenda?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
So we, this way, if the board wants to vote on it, we can vote on it.
absolutely,
next
but
week.
we will need paperwork
Okay.
in advance.
Okay.
And then if the new administration is having a special funding meeting to spend $24,000, if it doesn't go through next week, it could be for that as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does the mayor
I saw
have to do
something.
this too, or they're different?
Does the
Read.
mayor?
There's funding and ethics and all that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone that's an elected official in California is subject to
I
it.
thought they were a higher
no.
council.
You just go lower. So give me the language. We need 3 sentences. The
Okay.
VNNC to support and fund the art walk,
Animation walk.
Animation walk, yeah.
animation walk on June 4th.
10th?
The
Is it
animation
the 10th?
walk
What date is
will be
it? The
held,
4th. Then you guys were right and I'm wrong.
it'll be held where?
At the state office building.
At the state office building,
Do you have
At
the-
6200,
6150.
6150.
She said she was working with Nazarian's office.
Yeah.
Building at 6150 VN Boulevard. And you're working with the Assembly Member's office? The VNNC to work alongside
How's Angie doing?
She's great.
Oh.
the Assembly Member Adrien Nazarian's office to
Provide food
provide food
and refreshment,
and refreshment,
not to exceed $500.
NTE, $500. That's the motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Second,
I call for the vote. I vote yes.
yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Bravo. You're on the agenda.
Well done.
Mr. Hawk.
So there won't be a budget finance go through for this at all? Like a lot of the other ones, and especially the one that has a suspended corporation that you never inquired about?
Well, we could vet it, but we don't currently have the new officers. So I don't know how we would go about doing that.
And nothing
That
against
is-
young lady or anything, Susan, how can one government agency give money to another? I thought it was under my.
Are you a 501c3?
I have a fiscal receiver through CalArts,
Okay.
the CalArts Community Arts Partnership.
What's the name of your organization, not the fiscal receiver, but your organization?
I'm an independent, but I'm a CalArts student, so CalArts nonprofit organization is working with me.
I mean, we've co-sponsored stuff with the Assembly Member in the
Yeah.
past. We could change the
It's
language to say
purely outreach.
co-sponsor.
Just an event,
Okay.
yeah.
It's an outreach event.
Actually, you could have it where someone from VNC shows up and provides it that way.
I mean, we could tweak the language, the VNNC to support as outreach and fund.
Of course,
You have a
sponsor.
lot more, you have a lot more control on the cost and who gets what, so it doesn't become a homeless convention for food.
Well,
Don't want to be-
Mr. Hobb brings up a good point. We've done this with the Assembly Member's Office 1,000 times now, but we should tweak the language. The VNNC to co-sponsor,
No, to sponsor.
Just
Well,
sponsor?
I would just-
We
I
can't,
mean,
Oh, no.
we can do
the issue
co-sponsor.
Is to sponsor it. First of all, we have a vested interest, and if they deny us access, they don't get food. It's a way for us to have skin in the game.
The VNNC to
And control-
co-sponsor and
control-
support.
And to control our brand.
I get it. Co-sponsor and support and help fund. Co-sponsor, support, and help fund.
No, to fund.
And to fund.
Yeah, and therefore, there doesn't have to be a. request
Co-sponsor,
for-
support, and
request for
fund,
funds,
and to
right.
fund the animation walk on, okay, that's fine, that's the amended language, the motion on the floor, the VNNC to co-sponsor, support, and to fund. That way we're,
Sponsor, not co-sponsor.
well, we wouldn't be the sole sponsor.
No, co-sponsor, that means they're getting a it's a benefit. That's why you say sponsor, not co-sponsor.
I believe that there are other people sponsoring, are there not?
Yes.
Okay, if you,
It can-
I mean,
Can
not
we
sponsored.
collaborative?
I mean,
You say sponsor,
co-sponsor or sponsor,
because it just means you're one of many, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're one of, amongst others, that's all. it means.
Join in sponsorship.
the VNNC to join in sponsorship, support, and to fund.
It's a lot of
and the
etymology.
reason why you don't want potentially co-sponsor, you might have the, KKK, they're also trying to sponsor.
They're not gonna be.
or something like that.
They only been
Are
down
they
Van
big in
Nuys
the
once.
valley?
They've been down Van Nuys once, I think, in the
Something that's adversarial.
62 or something.
I'm bringing up the language issue.
They haven't been to the last few meetings.
They went to the-
They're coming the next
We've
meeting.
missed their hoods.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
let's
no,
vote
no,
on this
no.
language and then we can, yes, Candy, what's up?
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, Mr. Hawk, you know, sometimes people might think that you're sticking your nose in this, but you're always trying to follow the rules and regulations. Sometimes we have this rule, sometimes we change that rule. We worked in Missouri's office before getting them donations, and which, your points were very valid. I'm glad you're keeping those up, because we can't keep changing rules depending on who it is. So,
She doesn't have to fill out a form.
yeah, that's it.
That's one less thing you have to do, man.
Great.
No, she has to fill out a form.
Yes.
I'm happy to fill out a
How,
form.
what, just for clarification,
She,
if we're sponsoring it as an outreach, how does she?
no, we have to show downtown where the funds are going and what they're going to be spent on, or we can't do it. So it's a neighborhood purpose grant.
Okay, I'll respect that, thank you.
The language on the floor is the VNNC to join in sponsorship, support, and to fund the animation walk on June 4th. The animation walk will be held at the State Office Building at 6150 Van Nuys Boulevard. The VNNC to work alongside Assemblymember Adrien Nazarian's office to provide food and refreshments. Not to exceed $500. Do I have a second on the motion?
Second,
With that, I call for the vote. I vote yes.
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 Dropped your money.
Bravo! All right, guys, anything else for the agenda?
That's it.
Going once. Yes, Mr. Hendry.
I had to send it to you, what about the secretary's retention of files? I sent-
Henry sent you executive committee motion tracking records retention for May meeting. Let me see.
If I didn't see it, what generally was the term, I simply was going through stuff, I have stuff back to 2008 that I could give to Carino, who could post. I just did not think I needed to keep everything from 2008.
You can just turn them over to,
No, if you could just make 7 copies of everything you have, no, 21 copies of everything you have, and distribute them in bankers boxes to all the council members next week, that would be
One of the
fine.
binders.
But the 2 whole binders where it's at the top, so it's like you flip
Right.
like that.
I just wanted a more formal release when I give all of this stuff up.
Well,
Since I'm
I will
doing
give you
it
a
right now,
standing ovation and a round of applause, but we could just go put all that stuff in storage and,
that's where it belongs.
do you wanna bring it to, so we can put it in storage? I have, a bunch of stuff that I will be purging out of my garage.
That'd be nice.
Well,
Yeah, it's gonna be
there was
nice,
never
yeah.
any written statement about what we should keep.
Well, we should keep it all, I mean, we don't want to have the same problem as like when Labange turned over the office to Rue and
And
destroyed
shredded
everything.
it all.
Can I get that
And plus, if
vote?
anyone cared enough to be reading minutes from 2008, God bless them, God love them, you know what I mean?
I mean, they could be posted, just some of the original materials.
I think it's a
Some of
bit
the
redundant to
original-
post meetings from '08 now.
Is there right
What
in?
year is it?
Is there right in?
That would
It's
be,
2016.
that would be 8 years.
Well, you know, I do see where John's coming from. He wants to, you know,
I will,
get rid of a bunch
So,
of paperwork.
I will provide a
And-
form that you can
Little
just,
release.
a release form where you can just
Expunge.
put it all into storage.
Why don't I
That's what we
expunge
pay
it?
a storage fee for.
Mr. Hop.
Do you want the items to be electronically transmitted?
That's,
I
that's
think-
fun.
Okay, what I will do, if it's okay, if I can find a place finally on the, for the link committee, we will identify that and get that. I do have the facilities and the hardware to do about 225 pages a minute.
Whoa.
All PDF. So, the
That's
biggest
cool.
problem is staging it, I mean, taking all the staples out, making sure there's not environmental damage, like paper's dirty or a cat got on it.
Fair enough.
And then the biggest issue is doing the post editing. is you have to categorize everything through the mega tags and so forth, but we'll put that on the.
We have unlimited storage on our website, don't we?
No,
No. it's
No?
not.
no.
We can't have just like a
Did you
archives
get the thing on the
page?
website
Yeah, we
also
do
that
have
I?
Yeah,
the-
I'm
What
looking at it
what I
right now,
have done-
VNH GoDaddy
Yeah.
for 431.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent you the release,
Yeah.
the invoice.
What I've done in the past is use Dropbox.
Yeah.
And it works out very well. I have
Would we
other-
destroy the records after?
You get something in writing from your city attorney.
I think that's a
Yeah.
huge mistake.
Well, we could put them online,
If
and
we
then
have-
we can also stick them in storage,
Yeah, put
and
'em in
then wait for a
storage.
recommendation.
I think it needs to be judge vented. Howard does bring up a valid point. I'm just doing it as a venting process, as a board of advisory
Yeah.
on what the council does, that's your business.
I mean,
But,
cloud
do we
cloud
don't-
storage.
We don't have unlimited storage, Ms. Raines?
We don't. We do not.
What would that cost?
Unlimited? Who
I thought
knows?
we did.
Yeah, I thought we did too.
We'll vet all that.
Well, let's leave that for the next administration,
Yeah.
but that should be something that we look into. Are you happy with that, Mr. Henry? Whoever takes over can address that issue?
Yeah,
How much
it's
stuff,
just
I mean, we must, I know I've acquired a bunch of stuff.
My house doesn't, will not.
Do you have a VNNC room?
You need
Yeah.
some help at your
Is it
A
house?
house, here is the house.
He's got a neighborhood council
Well, I would
house.
help you out if you need a hand.
No, it's just 3 or 4 big boxes of stuff.
Fair enough, so,
Secretary, Mr. Hendrick.
whoever takes over, let that be one of the things that they, address. Do we have anything else for the agenda? Yes, Mr.
I
Henry?
had one more, we had, Henry would like to do the unpublished CIS that we approved regarding sending a note to Hertzberg regarding preserving the Sepulveda station and the maximum transportation use in the discussion that they are now having about transit villages. We passed that, I think, late in the meeting 4 or 5 months ago.
So then what do you want to do on it?
I just wanted to issue the CIS and put us on record.
Okay, let's do that.
Put it on the agenda.
So what is the language for the agenda?
Mr. Hendry to write the CIS regarding the previous motion to Senator Hertzberg regarding preserving the maximum use of the Sepulveda Station area for multiple transit
Hold on.
purposes.
Mr. Henry to write the CIS regarding the previous.
It can't come from a board member. It has to come from the secretary, whoever is elected secretary.
Okay, so that's fine.
We'll
Do
revisit
we
it.
wanna wait on that then, until we find out who takes over? Because
Well,
we
we
have a
can
lot
vote.
on the agenda now.
Yeah.
Does it matter that they're probably gonna have a special meeting, a special funding meeting, but it'll also be a full council meeting?